year. Now we happen to be on the Hebrew date of the 7th of Tammuz over here. Zion Tammuz marks the Hilul of a famous rabbi that really made his impression in the country of Greece. His name was Rabbi Rafael Yitzhak Yisrael. Now we've spoken about various members of his family and people that he was very much connected to during his lifetime in this series already. So it's actually brilliant now to finally speak about Rabbi Rafael. He was born actually in English year 1809 and he passed away in 1902, naturally on the 7th of Tammuz. His father was a great rabbi, Rabbi David Yisrael. Happened to be, and actually was very, very great, Rabbi David was, and he was born in the 1809. He was born in the island of Rhodos in Greece, a place we've spoken about on various occasions before. I've actually mentioned various rabbis from that specific place. At that point in time, Rhodos was under the Ottoman rule. We've obviously spoken about many rabbis that would work under Ottoman rule at various different occasions. So, okay, he would get married to Rabbanit Sipora Reina, it's reported over. She happened to have been the daughter of Rabbi Michael Yaakov Yisrael, who happened to be the chief rabbi of Rhodos in his time. Remember, Rhodos is part of Greece. Now, it's actually interesting. I think in the year 1840, he would really, really suffer from very bad anti-Semitism. He was about 31 years of age. He would, just like there was anti-Semitism in various places across the world, he was put up on false charges accusing him in suspicion in part of an investigation of, let's just say, the loss of life of a non-Jewish person, which was absolutely false. He had nothing to do with it, and they threatened him, and I think they put him through various different tortures at that point in time. But obviously, he realized their innocence, but he went through all that torment at that time, and I think there was an investigation of that point in time of the other people for all these false, let's just say, charges in of itself. I recommend everyone to look up about what actually occurred during that time period. Okay, so eventually I think he would get married also to I think the daughter of Rabbi Entebbe. Now Rabbi Entebbe was a very, very famous rabbi. Rabbi we've spoken about before on various occasions before. I think he is well known for the Damascus affair, where he was tortured for 6 months and put under also false charges within regards to, let's just say, the killing of a Christian priest at that time, which he had nothing to do with. They would actually torture him for a period of time, try and get him to confess, but obviously he did nothing wrong, so and he was totally innocent, so he managed to escape at the end. But that was a very highly documented, let's just say, episode on itself, this the Damascus, and we've spoken about this on various occasions before. So that was at the time period later, but he would get married to Rabbi Entebbe's daughter, and so that's I'm not too sure what her name is, so I'll have to I think, but I know that Rabbi Entebbe was a rabbi of Damascus, so his father-in-law over here was a very, very, very prominent position and famous, very, very famous rabbi. Okay, come on, the 1853. It was that I believe Rabbi Michael Yaakov Yisrael would actually move to Eretz Israel with Mekalia, and Hacham Rafael Yitzhak Yisrael was speaking about would be appointed under his place as a chief rabbi of Rhodos. So now he's going to take over his father-in-law's role as chief rabbi of Rhodos in Greece, another prominent position, and really making his mark in a huge, huge way over there. Rabbi Rafael Yitzhak Yisrael was very diligent with, especially the takanot, the annexations within regards to the congregation. He was, let's say, very, very, he put tough laws to make sure protect Shabbat, like that people were observing Shabbat on a good way. They would close the stores and the markets in order that people can pray Arvit prayers. With regards to the congregation, there could be minyanim at that point in time. Now, I think they were suffering at that point in time. Inside the area, there was an earthquake reported over, I think, in the island. And they would actually have to, I think, move to, he would actually set out to various parts of Europe, I think, in order to raise funds, in order to recover the community. In 1861, I think it will come out his book of, connected very much to Rabbi Chaim Shlomo Tarsa. I think, I'm not sure the book was called, I think it's Yom Shnayim, if I'm not mistaken. And in 1881, he would actually move to Eretz Israel at that stage in time. Remember, he had been appointed for 28 years before the chief rabbi of Rhodos, so he will move to Eretz Israel. He will be appointed the head of Jewish court, the Ad Din, for the Sephardi community. and the Chabrei Bet Din over there. And I think he was close very much with Rabbi Yosef Nissim Borla, Rabbi Yaakov Shimon Matzalan, very, very great rabbis there. And he would sit in the Bet Din over there. Also Rabbi Abraham ben Chacham Shlomo, and the Rabbi Yechiel ben Bar Adon, I believe. So these are very prominent rabbis we've spoken about on various occasions before. In couple of the year 1883, his book would actually be published in Izmir. It was called the Bet Hayayin. This, let's say, encompassed with regards to drashot, the sermons, was part of the book. And I think in the year 1900, just a couple of years before he passed away, a book would be printed in Jerusalem called the Kol Koreh. It was a publication, a chiburav, as they say, with sort of different pasuk dins, I believe, and mamarot. From many books, I think, that will actually be connected to, I think, the P'tchei Teshuva of Chacham Chizki Hashem Tov, the Mateh Lehem of Rabbi Rafael Chaim Parnji, and the great book of Rabbi Chaim Pelargi and his son, Rabbi Abram Pelargi, and other books, I think, connected to Shah Rachamim and Yeshiv Yosef, and various other different teachings and Torahs and writings is actually mentioned over there, especially in Torah Mitzvah. A lot of his writings will be featured in various different Torah journals or Jewish journals, including I believe the journal called the Torah Mitzvah, Hama'asaf, for example, and various other places. And they passed away on the 7th of Tammuz in the year 1902, so we're talking about 123 years ago, here from the time of recording. Let's explore a couple of teachings from his book, from the Bet Yayin of Rabbi Rafael Yitzhak Yisrael. In the Chelek Aleph, I think in the page 120 over there, he would actually teach, Melamed litkabetz b'Shabbat lilmod, ach yesh nimchot b'na'arim ha'yeshivim b'telim. How important is that there shouldn't be like people just wasting their time, especially on Shabbat, and the importance of learning on Shabbat, learning Torah. And that very much goes with what he was saying the whole time with his enactments, how he tried to strengthen, let's say, the Shabbat laws all over the different places in Israel. Another nice teaching of his, it actually says over there, Melamed ki akrib negula tzarich mechem shit'ororo b'teshuvah. How important is to do teshuvah at the time of, obviously, we want the Geula to come, and rebuilding the Beit HaMikdash. Main important thing is to do teshuvah, make repentance. Chozeh b'teshuvah. It's actually featured once again in the Bet Hayayin book, in the Chelek Aleph also, and another very great teaching. So please don't forget to light candles in his memory. The Zayin Tammuz is a Hilula. And friends, we are a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. If you happen to descend from any of the great rabbis, please send me an email. I would love to hear more information about it. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe. At the moment, we are on a staggering 7,000 subscribers nearly, which is a phenomenal achievement. If anyone is interested in watching any of these videos, please share these videos to other people also, and let everyone else get inspired, educated about the great Oriental rabbis of yesteryear. I actually happens to be today Parshat Chukat, but at the time here I'm recording this for all you fantastic viewers out there, in Parshat Chukat, in the middle of the book of Bamidbar. I'm actually recording this from Jerusalem at the moment. I'm close to the Bet Kerem neighborhood, so I'll let you all see a view of where I'm recording this from also. And just as a special treat for all you fantastic watchers, actually just been Shari Tzedek to a hospital in Jerusalem. It's a beautiful compound. There's just a courtyard area, and right next to a synagogue over here we happen to be at. So I think on that note, I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom. Slicha. Toda rabah. שנייה. תזכו למצוות. תודה. You see a very nice picture of Jerusalem over here for all you people. It's a beautiful photo. It's in Jerusalem. Some nice artwork. It's just outside the synagogue, and they also have over here some nice Shabbat ideas over here, as you can see, different booklets to keep reading on Shabbat Kodesh for Parshat Chukat. So, wishing you all well. Take care and Shabbat Shalom.